Hey man, I only do this for Alabama. This great for city of Birmingham. Yeah, I worked at 2 last night, got up at 6 this morning, but it's really great for Birmingham. That's the only reason I'm here. You know, the people of Alabama, they deserve this event. Shout out to Regis for doing the golf tournament, and I'm glad to be here.
Speaking of the NBA, there was a good turnout for the NBA here in Alabama in the fall, and then we saw how Auburn and Alabama showed up for the NCAA tournament. Do you think right now is the closest Alabama's ever been to getting a pro team? And if so,
Alabama's not going to get a pro team.
No?
Zero chance of that.
No?
Zero. Ever.
Would you
No.
you ever be interested in owning one?
No, I would not.
No.
What did it mean, though, to see Alabama and Auburn? We kind of hit a hot spot in Birmingham during March Madness.
It's great for Auburn and Alabama. Coach Oates has done a fabulous job. I was surprised they didn't do better. I picked them to win the whole thing, and people know how much I love Auburn and Bruce Pearl. I thought he got as much as he could out of that team. You know, Alabama should have did better, but hey, it happens in a one-game scenario. But it's great to have great basketball here. But hey, man, Coach Pearl has done a fabulous job, and I look forward to next year.
Do you know that your interview with Next Round Live, where you said Alabama's the best team in the country, did you know that's part of Alabama's pregame video, and how do you feel about that?
Well, clearly I was wrong. Hey, you know what? When I made that statement, you know, most people picked them to win the tournament. Listen, like I say, in a one-game scenario, anything can happen. I didn't know they were going to use that in the video, but hey, that's part of my job. Is people wherever I say stuff, they can use it anywhere they want to. But yo, man, I'm just I was just surprised they didn't get further.
Chuck, what did you think about, obviously Walker Kessler and Jabari Smith, sort of your worlds colliding there with you covering the NBA? What did you think about their
I was
rookie
surprised
seasons?
Jabari, I thought he would do better. And Walker surprised me and did great. But I got great hope for both of those guys going forward.
You got a new coach at Auburn this year, Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster, to say the least, the last few years. How do you feel about where it's going in the future?
Well, I was very disappointed the way the Auburn faithful treated Coach Harsin. Very disappointed the way we treated Coach Harsin. But now we got Coach Freeze. We got to get behind him 100%. I've talked to him a couple times. He knows I'm always on the speed dial if he needs anything. And I'm excited. I think under the circumstances, he did good recruiting-wise. I thought he did good in the transfer portal. And now, hey, the season's going to start, and I'm excited.
And a lot of Auburn fans like the fact that he's got a pretty good record against the guy over in Tuscaloosa. You like that as well?
Well, that doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you. I just matter what we do at Auburn. We know, Coach Saban's the greatest college football coach ever. I got a lot of admiration and respect for him, but we just need to get ourselves together at Auburn. You never worry about other people. So I'm just... Welcome to Alabama, brother. Thanks for coming out. Of course. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. I don't worry. Like I say, Coach Saban's the greatest ever. But I like our coach. I'm excited for the season. And I think we're going to have a very good season.
NIL has been everywhere in college.
Who?
NIL, name, image, and likeness, has been everywhere. High school is starting to adopt it now. What are your thoughts on NIL potentially in Alabama high school sports?
I hate NIL because I think it's going to have tremendous resentment as far as teams go. Because at some point there's going to be jealousy among teammates. One guy, hey Tom, it's going to be tremendous resentment, I think, at different times when it comes to different players. So I'm not a big fan of NIL. And I think some of the other sports, the women's sports and the lesser sports, are not going to be involved in NIL. And I think what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to have about 20 good teams, because everybody's going to start going to the highest bidder. So I don't like it at all, and that's just the world we live in today.
What would you be like back in the NIL days? Do you think you would go to the highest bidder, or would you go stay in state and stay loyal to state?
Well, I made the best decision ever going to Auburn, but I'm not stupid enough to think that if I was making a lot of money at Auburn, the other players wouldn't get jealous at some point. And I think, and first of all, that's a little unfair for me to answer that question like that, because you only have to stay in college for 1 year. So I think my answer is correct, but if I could leave college after 1 year, it might be a little bit different. But what I think is going to happen in football, well, guys have to 3 years. If I'm a quarterback, probably going to make the most money, and the running back and the wide receivers. But the hardest two positions in pro sports are probably offensive line and defensive line. I'm not sure people are going to be paying those big ugly guys a lot of money. They're going to play the pretty quarterback and running back. So I'm not sure that's fair.
How's your golf game looking?
I'm playing great right now. I'm playing really good. I'm looking forward to the day. So I'm going to have some fun.